In this series, I will be reviewing MagiRanger, the Japanese counterpart to Power Rangers Mystic Force. It is also intended to help raise awareness about my GoFundMe. Let's go talk about wizards now!
Picking up where the cliffhanger left off, the wizards get their ass severely kicked, but they rally, talk about courage and family. They rescue Lynn, they close the gate, and they kill the guy with anger management issues. We won't miss him. The big description seems like a waste of breath. You could have just said, last time on MagiRanger, the wizards were getting their ass kicked. Makito's rousing speech about courage and coming together as a family is so good. I really do love him. You know, life isn't fair. Sometimes you blow someone up and they stay blown up. Other times they just play the footage in reverse and boop, they're back. I really do love the family dynamic because they can have really believable, sincere interactions with each other. And part of that is the script and part of it is the actors' chemistry. But it is also the fact that we're not worrying about sexual tension. The audience knows they all know each other really well. They have a deep familial connection. So tapping into those deep emotions seems like very real. Like they might be crying and talking to each other one moment. And then the next moment, they're slapping each other and chasing each other around the room. And I find that to be very enjoyable, and I think it makes all of the characters richer and more fun. Their mom came back like a force ghost and helped them blow up the guy with anger management problems. In a flashback, two wizards battle. In present day, Nai and Mei attempt to enter the cave where their battle ended. There, the wizards find a magical lamp containing a cat genie. The villains steal an old mummy and resurrect it to become the new main villain, replacing the man with anger management. I love that they brought the song back, but that they've redone the lyrics. It's like a full narrating what you're doing during a musical moment or like a Weird Al cover of their own song. And that trick, that was the easiest trick ever. They're just like, oh, we're not going to tell you that there's a cave over there. Me! Oh no, I wasn't supposed to tell you. And the wizards just completely fall for it. I feel like Smoky is a little too much of an on-the-nose name for a genie, especially a cat genie, because Smoky seems like it's really kind of up there with like Whiskers and Snowball. It's a really awesome song though. The fact that they're all just asking for different things and Smoky is like, stop, 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 one at a time. What do you really want? And they just look at each other and without even discussing it, they all say in sync, we want to destroy all the evil monsters. And I know that's like wholly unbelievable that it would ever work out like that, but it does definitely work in the show and makes them feel like they're really in sync and they're a good team. And he doesn't give a reason why he says he can't do that. I mean, it's funny, and also it would just be the end of the show if he said yes, so I get why they did it, but I could have used a better explanation. The new evil wizard turning Nai and Mei into centipedes has mad, like, nightmare sequence from James and the Giant Peach vibes, and is, like, really weird. Speaking of things that are really weird, her feeding tuna to the cat head in the lamp is both incredibly disturbing and really, really awesome.
I'll teach you a better way that you can make sure you win. Don't fight battles you can't win.
It's good stuff. Giant cat! We learn that Urara is terrified of frogs, as the wizards have been followed by a strange frog ever since they left the cave where they found the genie. When Urara is around the frog, she hears a voice telling her to kiss it. Eventually, she does, and it turns into a wizard who helps them. It's very unsettling that that frog keeps watching them. Have you ever been stalked by a frog? The frog saved their life, but it's still really weird that he's following them around. So much of the stuff in the show is practical that when they do something digital, it kind of catches me off guard. Like throwing the digital frog on her forehead was suddenly like really funny. And why wouldn't you do that practical? I know they weren't worried about hurting the frog because they did some things with that frog. And then you immediately have the practical of everyone getting splashed with water while she has a little tantrum. It was just, I don't know. It was very amusing. The super close-up of this frog is everything. That was priceless. He's just like, bing, bing. The sound effect and the fact that none of them reacted. Like, by the time he got to the third one, I would think they'd be reacting to the fact that he's just like, bing, bing. But he got all of them. Nice pants. Good job, costume department, because a lot of times, like, the back of the leg gets ignored. I really enjoy the fact that they've put pattern on the front and back of his costume. Yes, the rock music plays as he pushes everyone aside and walks out front to kick butt. Yep, he's awesome. Yep. In keeping with all the sibling fights, Urara trying to hit the new guy and accidentally slapping Makito also has great, like, slapstick comedy effect. But why was she trying to slap him? She does like him. She did want to kiss him. Like, is she embarrassed that he brought it up? Is she annoyed that he's cocky? Is she trying to defend her honor because she was really just trying to kiss a frog and isn't the kind of girl to, like, go around kissing real boys? This plant is the brunt of every joke. He is the victim of every prank. He is legitimately abused, and they keep trying to play it off like comedy, and it's really starting to get to me. Frogman announces that he will be the wizard's new teacher, and as the villains get up to their usual shenanigans, he uses his magic train to transport them to a prehistoric alternate dimension where they must use teamwork to escape. Not to start sounding like a broken record, but the plant is so abused that A, I don't know his name, and B, when he got on the train and said, "I'm gonna go with you guys," I fully expected the joke to be that they were gonna kick him off the train and say, "Plants can't come." I should have said plants can't go on vacation, because I just feel like someone's going to take that out of context and oh my god, I love this mammoth. I love this mammoth costume. I'm imagining it's two people in it. It just, something about it is amazing. I don't know what it is. I love it. Oh, the new guy has a flying carpet where everyone else has magic brooms. That's cool. While I will concede that Makito dramatically running towards the camera, picking up his sister, and then carrying her, and then swinging on a vine and kicking a tree is all great and hilarious and fun to watch, the thing I feel the need to point out is she wouldn't have gotten sick if he hadn't been laying around like an annoying little whiny butt for 3 days and not helping them find food. I thought the mammoth was going to, like, want their food or want their water, but no, the mammoth was literally just, like, attacking them, and Makito, like, yells at it so hard that it's like, oh, never mind, man, I didn't know you felt that way about it. And then he climbs up on it and beats his chest, like, he's a legend. He's a legend. The Muscle Man has terrifying tiny legs. He is terrifying tiny leg man. Damn, he sucked that dude in and burnt him up. Miss Eriko is back, Makito's love interest. I love when side characters come back, but for some reason she's flirting with the new guy. Does he secrete some sort of pheromone that just, like, makes everyone like him? I'm not buying that he's just, like, that much more attractive than everyone else, because they're all pretty cute. Houka insists her wizard teacher accompany her on a day trip to Kyoto, where she is hell-bent on finding a specific temple. He misinterprets her intentions, but inevitably learns that she is, in fact, good wizard material. This is a very good overview of everything we've learned about the characters so far. He read them all very well in a very short period of time. Except Houka. He got Houka completely wrong. And granted, I've been watching the show, I have seen her give speeches, so I know that she is taking what her mother taught her and using courage to uplift people. She is a very determined, chaotic, and bubbly individual. But he's just seen the bubbly part and not looked any further. This is such a classic plotline where one character misinterprets another one's actions as selfish when really they've missed the point of what they're doing. But typically, the thing that they misinterpret has to do with, like, money or shopping. For instance, he'd be like, ugh, she borrowed money from me to go to the mall because that's all she cares about. And then he would find out at the end of the episode, well, she was buying books for a poor classmate, or she was getting a birthday present for the kid with no friends. He'd be like, I misread you. But in this one, she wants him to help her find a temple, and he keeps thinking that that is somehow selfish. I haven't really seen a plotline before where a character's spirituality was taken in a negative sense. Usually, if a character like prioritizes their spirituality by doing some sort of ritual or going to a specific place or whatever it is that they're doing, it is met with like adoration and respect from the other characters in the story. He also has no critical thinking or observational skills whatsoever. The fact that a person was like, I specifically need you to use magic to help me find a location I was at one time so I can go do a specific thing there. And he never said, what happened that one time? Like, well, obviously there's a really important reason she wants to do this, numbnuts. I really like the ninja's helmet and red glowing eyes. That is all. The classic misunderstanding plot trope just turned into the perfect plot line, where they all misinterpret that these two have a romantic tryst going on, and obviously Urara is jealous because she secretly likes the frogman. The only plot line better than a misunderstanding is mistaken identity, and I hope they do that one later. This swirly ninja tunnel is amazing, and it's very different from everything else, so I don't know how it got here, but I'm in love with it, and it reminds me a lot of the Rankin and Bass Lord of the Rings cartoon, because all kinds of weird psychedelic shit happened in that cartoon, just like this. Houka is the wild one. She has chaos energy, but Urara definitely has chaos energy that is just hidden most of the time. She has these little moments of like, I'm gonna bet all of our money on rice, and let me give her a punch. And then she just like fucking flying sidekicks the guy in the face. Well, he moved. She would have flying sidekicked him in the face, but he moved. I'm sad he moved, honestly. Okay, I love that they're all in like historical martial arts movie outfits and they're doing some really fun like cinematography and fight choreography. And it's great because it's an episode where they're in Kyoto, which is a geographical location with a bunch of like historical buildings and stuff. So this is really fun and is all well and good until the giant fire-breathing frog shows up. Where did the giant fire-breathing frog come from? And why? And why are Nai and Mei trying to seduce the wizards as like a battle technique? I totally thought she was gonna knock him with her shoulder and he would drop the important item out the window he was standing right next to, but no, he drops it and she catches it in her mouth. Like, I don't know why this has happened. I don't understand. And now, fun facts with the comments section.
A fun little detail about the core team is that if you arrange them by their ages, their names make up a word. Mahotsukai, meaning wizard. Makito, Houka, Ura, Tsubasa, and Kai. Combining that with their last name, Ozu, gives us Ozu no Mahotsukai, or the Wizard of Oz.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Go check out my other channels. I am Beauty Baba Yaga here on YouTube, as well as on TikTok and Instagram. From this point forward, this series is going to start coming out once every other Friday instead of every single Friday because I'm just having a hard time keeping up with production as well as my job. I appreciate your understanding and I look forward to seeing you Friday after next.